Welcome to today's chair yoga class that was designed to help you with any sciatic pain. It's that pain that starts right in the center of your butt and runs all the way down your leg. For those of you who have it, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get seated in our chairs, nice and comfy. We're going to start off with closing down the eyes if you're comfortable, and take some deep breaths in through the nose. And then let's begin our body scan, starting at the top of the head, just coming to the awareness of each individual part of our body as we slowly move down from the top of our head. Can you relax the eyebrows? Maybe unclench the jaw. Drop the shoulders further away from the ears. Maybe roll the shoulders back if they're hunched forward. Make sure we're sitting up nice and tall with good posture. Traveling down the spine. And once we reach the sitting bones, let's try to be aware of how much of our body is coming into contact with the chair. Try to feel the surface area of your body on the chair. And then continue down the body, the legs, maybe the knees, all the way down until you get to your feet. Pushing through all four corners of your feet into the ground. And if you're a little bit shorter and have a hard time with your feet coming into contact with the ground, you can always grab your blocks and place them right under your feet to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. Now, let's open the eyes. How's the body feeling? Maybe you've got some tense spots that we need to work on today. First, we're going to start by warming up the muscles by just sitting and contracting them. So we're going to start with the shoulders. So bring them up, tight to the ears, and relax. One more time, tight up and relax. Now bring the shoulders back. Squeeze those rhomboids or those muscles in between your shoulder blades close together, bringing the chest forward. Relax. One more time. And now here, let's really engage the tummy. You might feel like you need to rock the hips up and forward a little bit. Really engage the abs and let it go. One more time. And then let's work on those glutes. So engage those bottom muscles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bringing those cheeks closer together and release. One more. And now let's work on the quads. So try to engage. Maybe you need to bring those feet up off the floor a little bit. Try to engage those quads, those muscles right on the top. And release. One more time. And let it go. Let's engage those hamstrings. Bring those legs up nice and tall towards you. And let it go. One more time. All right. And if you would like, you can do some calves. So let's lift the calves. Squeeze them real tight and let them go. Last one. All right, now let's do our body scan one more time real quick, but we'll just focus on that area where I was telling you to focus on the surface area of the chair. Do you feel like anything is a little bit more loose? Maybe you've increased the surface area of your body on the chair. At least that's my goal. We're gonna keep increasing that surface area as this practice continues, and we'll come back to our body scan. So let's start with doing some cat and cows. Inhaling, pushing the chest forward, rolling the shoulder blades back, and remember to squeeze those rhomboids close together. And then on the exhale, let's round the shoulders, rounding the spine, maybe dipping the head just a little bit to tuck into a nice little ball. And inhale, chest forward, maybe chin up. And exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the hands forward so that you can drop those shoulders. And last one, each direction, inhaling up for cow and exhaling down for cat. Now we're gonna inhale the right foot up into a figure 4 position. If you are unable to get your foot all the way up to your knee, this is where your blocks come in handy. Find whatever, needs, like maybe it's just the flattest surface today, bringing it up into a figure 4, or maybe you can get it into the highest. Set that foot there, figure 4 position. Or if you're with me, no modifications necessary. Bring that foot up, figure 4. Gently rest that hand, the right hand on the right knee, adding a little bit of pressure just to kind of push that leg away, really trying to increase the stretch. One more deep breath. All right, now while we're here, you might have to scoot your foot over just a little bit. Let's do some ankle rolls. We're gonna go in one direction to get started. I'm gonna go in a clockwise rotation. Really try to feel if there are any kinks, any pains that might be, debilitating or hurting. We don't want that necessarily, but we just want to work out anything that might be not helping us with our practice. Let's change directions, counterclockwise for me. Okay, now let's switch it out. Put that right foot down. And if you need the modification for your figure 4, grab your block. Otherwise, bring that left foot up, gently pushing with the left hand on the left leg. Increase that stretch. And you might notice that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. If you have sciatic pain, it's not necessarily always on both sides. So if you do need to take it a little bit easier on one side or the other, just listen to your body. All right, let's do those ankle rolls, starting with the clockwise. And then change directions, counterclockwise. All right, gently set that foot back on the floor, but this time let's come forward in our chair and straighten out that left leg. Keep the right leg bent, and we're gonna lean forward here. So not so far forward that we're falling out of our seats, but just forward enough that we can sort of get that leg straight enough off the edge of our seat. And when we lean forward and forward fold, always leaning with your chest toward your toes and bring those toes back. We wanna feel a really good even hamstring stretch. Holding for one more breath, inhale. And exhale, good. Now let's switch it out. So bringing the right leg straight out, bending the left leg, bringing our chest to our toes. And remember, on the inhale, we're increasing our spinal length. Energy is through the crown of the head. And then on the exhale, we're trying to fold just a little bit further. Last breath. Coming back into our seat, nice comfortable position. We're gonna be twisting. So inhale, the hands up, and I'm gonna twist to the right. So bring your left hand onto your right leg. You can either set your hand on the back of your seat or just kind of rest it, your elbow. Inhaling, tall spine, and exhale, try to further that twist. One more breath here, biggest twist yet. Now on the inhale, bring the hands up back to center, and exhale over to the other side. And remember, your body is not symmetrical. So one-sided twist might be a little bit further than the other side, and that's okay. All right, inhale the hands up back to center. And this time we're going to eagle leg twist. So what that means is we're just gonna kind of curtsy, crossing the knees one over the other one, trying to get into this sort of position as much as possible. Really gonna stretch the outer parts of the hips here. And then twist back over to the right. Now this time you can plant your hand sort of on your thigh somewhere. Try to increase that stretch on the hip, on the outside of the thigh. One more breath. And then you guessed it, hands up into center. But this time, let's switch the legs out. Very good. And exhale over to the other side, planting the hands wherever they are comfortable. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Last breath. Okay, inhale those hands up to center. And let's drop the right hand to the side of our chair and side body stretch. So we're holding onto the seat. We should feel a really great big stretch in through the shoulders and even down into the hip. Really reaching for the right side of the room. Make sure that hand overhead has got the pinky down. We want plenty of space in between our ear and our arm. Last breath, and inhale. Inhale the hands back to center. You guessed it, drop that left hand, right hand up overhead, pinkies down. Maybe even a slight chin up, looking up towards the ceiling. Ooh, this side is a little bit tighter than the other one. It feels good. I'm going to keep reaching through the fingertips. Last breath. All right, now if you have been using blocks for any of the past poses, I want you to make sure that they're out of the way as we are going to be getting up and moving our chair. So for you, I will be moving this to the side. You can just step around to the back side of your chair. And what we're going to be starting off with is some simple calf raises. So hold onto your seat and lift those heels, squeezing those calves together. And let's do about 10 here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Hold it just a second and let it go. While we're here, feet hips distance apart, and we're gonna do some straight leg raises. I'm gonna start with my left side just to give you a little bit better view and bring it up straight out to the side. We don't want wonky hips or anything, keeping our hips straight and parallel with the mat. And let's do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, maybe wiggle it out, maybe feeling the burn on that one side. And remember, go at your own pace. If this is too slow or too fast for you, I'll just meet you at the next exercise. Let's get ready to go on the other side. So bringing that leg up, feeling the squeeze. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, from here, we are going to be doing our side body stretch. And this time we're going to incorporate in the lower body if you are feeling stable enough for that. So bringing the right hand up overhead, you can still hold on to this chair. Just be sure to give that left side a little bit of slack. And then if you're ready, cross that right leg over the left. Should really feel this stretch from the shoulder all the way down through the IT band, maybe even into the knee. Hold for one more breath. And switch it out, placing the right hand on your chair for a little bit of stability. Bringing the left hand up and leaning over to the right. crossing the legs when you're ready. One more breath. All right, last pose behind our chairs here. What we're gonna be doing is a little modified down dog. So leave your chair where it is and then come back just far enough that you can try to put your upper body, hinging at the hips, parallel with the floor. So trying to get into a down dog-like position. Might feel a stretch in through your hamstrings and through your calves. You want to lead with the chest down toward the ground. One more breath. Very good. And let's come back to our seat. Grab your blocks if you feel like you might need them for any modifications. We're going to come back to that figure 4 position. So if you need your block, kind of bring it up a little higher, closer to you. You're more than welcome. Now what we're gonna do is do our figure 4 stretch, but this time incorporate one of those twists. So inhale the hands up and then over to the right, placing the left hand on the right knee. Two more breaths. Inhale, tall spine, energy through the crown of the head. And exhale, deepen the twist. Very good. Inhale the hands up. Now let's switch out the feet. And exhale over to the other side. Now don't bring this knee closer up to you. If you need to, push it further away with that hand, just a gentle or light pressure. Last breath here. Inhale the hands up and let the feet go. Now we're going to spread them wide for a wide-legged forward fold. If you need to come forward just a little bit in your seat just so you're comfortable, please do that. I'm going to put my hands on my knees, leading with my chest coming forward in my seat. Stop whenever you're comfortable. Maybe you're completely parallel with the floor, getting all the way into that stretch. Maybe you feel like that might topple you right out of your seat. Then do not go that far. Everybody is a little different. So if you're doing this with a group, you might look different than your neighbor, and that's okay. One more breath here. Remember, keep that chest out and proud. Coming up, we are going to go into a bridge pose. So what that means is we're going to keep our hands on the seat of our chairs and walk your feet forward just a little bit. Make sure they're flat on the floor and straight. And then we're going to push off the seat of our chair, lifting the bottom and pushing the chest up toward the ceiling. Hold this for 3 breaths. 2. Last one. Very good. Set it down very softly. There we go. Now let's hug in that right knee. Give our legs a little bit of love. All that work they were doing today. Might feel a little bit of a stretch in through that hip, in through that glute area. Switch it out. Bring the left leg up. Very good. Now let's find our Shavasana or our corpse pose, as this is the end of our practice together. And as we sort of wind down, maybe close the eyes and see if we can continue with our body scan from earlier. You can start from the top of your head just like we started, or if you want to just go straight down into that seat and see, did you increase the amount of surface area that came into contact with the seat of your chair? The first time you scanned through your body, did you notice any tight spots that are no longer there? Or maybe this time in the body scan, you didn't have to soften up the shoulders, or you didn't have to unclench your jaw. I hope you notice a little bit of difference in your body after today's practice. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Deepest breath yet together. Inhale and let it go. Thank you for joining me today in our chair yoga class where we worked on exercises to help with our sciatic pain. May your yoga practice continue to thrive.